Hi, welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. We are going to continue into the deep of this language and just explore, continue to check on the meanings. And last time we talked about the 地处偏远, some remote place, and we use 4 characters that to say this place is located at some off-center far away place. That's our kind of lengthy way to say remote. And we have 偏 continued in today's 偏安一隅, 偏安一隅, because it has a little bit connotation, but it also has this, far away, not in the center, not demanding attention, so kind of hide away, tuck away, that kind of connotation here. 偏, again, we have this person symbol on the left, and then we have the door, like a half door panel. It's again visual, and then we have this railing with 5 vertical lines and 2 horizontal lines. It looks just like a railing, right? So it's a block to the door, and that person cannot enter through the door, but has to take a side door or go around. Just not front and center. So front and center is kind of a 正, so that's the opposite meaning of 偏. 偏 means sideways or on the side, or it's tilted, not straight, or it's off center, is far away. So in one character, we can carry like a whole radiant of meanings there. So this is a I would regard as well-meaning making by combining different elements of. Here we have this dome shape with a chimney on the top. That's like a household, like a house, physical space, living space. And then we have a woman figure there. Even if this is a generic person, but Chinese do have it as a special rendering for female figure that got hips and arms folded like that. So we have woman in this living space. It's a household. So that's the ideal of when you can rest, like your home. This basically is like what's made up of home. And that's the ideal, right? So rest or peace in Chinese concept do make up with women in a household. Okay, well, just horizontal line 1 there. And in Chinese concept, we have 1, 2, 3, our digital numbers, 1, 2, 3, but just as this ancient language like to attach symbolic meanings to even numerical numbers. So 1, when we say just 1 by itself, it means sky. And then we have sky first, and then we have the earth or the ground. And then when we have a 3, the ground is at the bottom, the 3 is human. So we do have this from the creation of language, awareness of humans' position in this world. We have heaven and earth. So that's, very conscious living, I would say, have it tied within the language. So number 1, when it's just by itself and there is no additional meanings attached to it or image attached to it, it could just mean 1. And in English, we don't have to say 1 count as a number, right? I translate as a, which is more appropriate here, corresponding to this just horizontal line there. So side rest a corner. So here, it doesn't really mean counting as just 1. It just means a random place, basically. And this corner comes from the left side with 3 boxes attached to a vertical structure, right? And on the top, it has a little bit of half dome or canopy over there. That is our symbol to mean something stack up, some tall above the ground, a tall structure that you cannot climb over. So it's kind of like a cliff, quickly falling or sharp fall cliff. And the right side, it was interpreted, of course, as a sound maker, but here I mean, the sound maker by itself means a type of monkey. So here is visual representation of monkey with this curled tail at the end, and a big head over here. This is the monkey's head. That's kind of look different from human head rendering. And then this combined as somewhat as a corner. But I would like to try my best to make sense with just the visual elements over here. So this, instead of understanding it as a animal or sometimes a monster, scary head, but this is non-human head, we can also understand this as a field, because we have this block. It's a space, right? If you cut it horizontal, vertical, ones like that, we use that as blocks of field, because as a farming society, families have to, as population increase, families have to have a clear-cut border lines of what belong to them, their lot to work on. So this kind of a cutting of the bigger land into smaller pieces. So that means the field, the farmed land, basically. And then here is another space, but with this corner, the monkey tail shape, that I like to interpret it as a corner, a turning point of within a space. So that is like this cliff thing related to like a landscaping, a type of terrain, right? And the right side shows this turning of the corner. So together, that means at the turn, like at the tip, the very tip end of like two directions or two, I don't know, the weather conditions or whatever, it's a far-reaching place at the very tip of somewhere. So that's what we mean at a corner. So side rest at a corner means it's really far away place. But because the key word here is you find peace over there. So instead of the hustle bustle of city life, or what commonly said as a rat race, you have to be part of this busy population who have to remain productive and have your lifestyle, everything attached, right? This is someone's choice, especially after retirement, either with that age or with that mentality, like you want to retire from this, because this language is from Chinese, right? Ancient language creation formation, it's not necessarily applying to the contemporary lifestyle, but like 偏安一隅 originally also means it's off-center. It's not in the main population area, cosmopolitan area back then, or the main like a power center. Is off-center. You removed away from the epicenter, so to speak, of power or economy, or the busy machines of society. So you go far away to the very tip or corner of this whatever on the map, or the traffic or the world, the conceptualize the world back then. Like you go to a far away place, and it's偏, it's off center, it's on the side, but you find your peace over there. You can rest and start your homestead over there, something like that. So I find a picture of this snow-covered mountainside. It's kind of far away place. You don't see a lot of constructions or human traces over there, except the housing over there and somebody on the horse. So that kind of gives you the sense of this is kind of far away living, but they have their own world set up over here. It almost feels like the settlers of from that West expansion movement, right? So it's a far-reaching place, but you find your peace, you start something over there and stay, content, or build something over there away from the main where you came from. So that's our 偏安一隅. Cash into the currency of thinking by one word a day with Sophie. See you another day.